prepared.
Carl's going to give us a rehash, but it's always equally.
It's gonna be good.
It's not going to be exiguous.
Exiguous.
It's going to be multi. I gotta sit on
The power of yes. Sometimes saying yes is a really smart thing to do, and sometimes saying yes can be extremely stupid. But saying yes is never an exiguous task. Because when you say yes, then you've got to have follow through. You've got to be ready. In the power of yes, I always say that I like to use the word flow, because the word no will always stop your flow. So I say, when you get an opportunity, say yes. When I was 22 years old, I went to Palm Springs, and I went and I listened to a woman lecture. Her name is Mickey Williams, and she is by far one of the most profound, amazing, funny, exhilarating speakers that I've ever seen to this day. And we've become really great friends. And what I remember from her speech was, she started her speech off and she said that if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, say yes first, say yes fast, and say yes feverishly. And then go and figure out how to do it. I listened to that lecture and I thought, how does that apply in my life? Now, my very first yes, I didn't make out of faith, I made it out of foolishness. I worked for the gas and electric company. I went to college, studied accounting. Everyone said this is a practical job to have. You'll always have work if you do accounting. There'll always be numbers. And I said, great. So I took this job as an accountant and I hated it. It was the worst thing that I ever did. I remember sitting at my desk and crying, thinking, why did I take this job? I need to do something else. And then something fell into my lap. I was hanging out with a girl, and she said to me, well, if you want to hang out with me, I'm going to the gym, and I'm going to take aerobic classes, so if you want to see me, you'll see me in aerobics. Because I thought she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life, I made a path to the aerobic class. I went to the aerobic class, and it was great. I was the only guy in the class. And one day, the teacher didn't show up, and all the ladies said, oh, Carl, you teach. And out of foolishness, I said, yes. Can I hear you say that with me?
Yes.
All right. I said yes. I had no idea that was going to start a whole career thing. I started teaching the aerobics class. I still worked at the gas and electric company. And one day, my boss came in and she was looking real sad. And she said, well, we're going to have to lay some people off, but we're going to do this voluntary layoff thing where you can get $5,000 if you surrender your job. I said yes. I had no idea what I was going to do next, but I said yes. 3 months after that, of trying to figure out where I was going, a place opened up. It was called 25th Street Workout. This guy had no concept of what aerobics was, but he said, would you come in and be my aerobic director? And I said yes. I did it, and it was a disaster. But the things that I learned from that disaster took me to my next experience at managing the Gold's Gyms. I managed 1 Gold's Gym the first year, 2 the second year, 3 the third year. By the 5th year, we had 4 gyms. And that was an amazing experience. And I said yes. But this is the story I really want to tell you tonight. One of the biggest, craziest yeses I've ever done is going to Germany. And one of the great things that I got to do when I went to Germany was I got to go and teach hip-hop classes at a dance studio in Germany. Now, when I left the United States, my only German word was Gesundheit. So I had to wait for someone to sneeze. Like, Gesundheit, yeah, I'm really happy I got to talk today. Because there were literally days when I didn't talk. I was just like, I don't know what to say. So I take this job at the dance studio, and I have kids from 6 to 18, and then I have adults in the evening. So I get a little German book and I study and I walk in and I say, Guten Morgen. And the little kids crack up. It had to be the funniest thing they'd ever seen in their life. So days and days I would go in and I'd practice my German and I'd go in and speak it and I'd get laughed out of the room. But every day I'd go back and I'd try it again. And finally I felt like I have the command of the German language. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to boldly use it where no man's ever used it before. I got invited to go teach at a convention. I had 400 people in the audience. There I stood with my hip hop outfit. I was bad. I was ready to go. Bring it on, right? I walk up. I start my class. Everybody's moving, and I scream up, alles Spitzen? And no one says anything. And so I think, well, maybe I said it wrong. So I think back again, and I say, Olive Spritzen? And everybody breaks into this wild laughter. Well, I had it right the first time, because the word spitzen means sweat, but the word spritzen means to, when a man, exactly. So you can imagine the look on everyone's face. 400 people look at me like, not me. Not me, not today. But for me, the ability to just say, yes, I will give it a try and be a little bit foolish, because part of faith is being foolish. So I'm going to go back to faith. Faith, love, optimism, wisdom, that's the flow that I try to live in every single day. I always have faith that even if I do something foolish, I will be able to make up for it. I go in with the love. I'm going to love this no matter what happens. Optimistically, I am going to pull in as much as I can and learn as much as I can from it, because that induces wisdom. I encourage you, just like Ed said, drop fear. Just like Pat said, be a doer. Don't be afraid to step out into the world and just say yes. When a big responsibility shows up and you're not sure if you can do it or not, say yes first, fast, feverishly. Say yes. Can you say that with me before I leave?
Yes.
I'm not convinced.
Yes.
Yes. One more time?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
That was wonderful.